welcome to today's episode of All Things Spiritual. I'm Stephen Osborne, a pastor for the past 25 years, and today I want to dive into culture, faith, and life with a little bit of humor and a whole lot of truth. I have a confession to make today. Yes, a confession. I drive a Tesla. Now, a few years ago, that would have made me a progressive hero. But now, some folks don't know whether to high-five me or side-eye me. Just kidding, I'm being a little bit dramatic. Well, kind of. Why? Because somehow driving a Tesla has become a political statement. Not long ago, Tesla was the crown jewel of progressive politics, a symbol of environmental responsibility, innovation, and a push for a greener future. Elon Musk, the CEO and founder, was hailed as a modern-day Tony Stark, taking on big oil and leading us into an electric utopia. Meanwhile, many conservatives saw EVs as overhyped, government subsidized toys for the elite. Fast forward to today, and the script has flipped. Now liberals despise Musk. He stands on free speech, his fight with progressives, and his collaboration with conservative policies have turned him into a villain in their eyes. Some have even called for Tesla boycotts. And in a beautifully ironic twist, conservatives who once mocked electric cars are now buying Teslas and defending Musk as a champion of free thought. But let's take a step back, because this whole thing is not really about Tesla. It is not even about the founder. It's about something much deeper. We humans are wired for tribes. And in today's world, everything is filtered through that lens. We don't evaluate things based on their actual value, but on whether they align with our side. The Bible warns us against this kind of thinking in Psalm 146 verse 3, where it says, "Do not put your trust in princes, in human beings who cannot save." And let's be honest, this is the same mindset that turned people against Jesus. Think about it. If anyone should have been universally loved, it was Jesus. He healed the sick, he fed the hungry, and spoke wisdom that could change lives. And yet, he was rejected. The same people who shouted, "Hosanna, Hosanna," when he rode into Jerusalem were screaming, "Crucify him," just days later. Why? Because he didn't fit their expectations. The religious leaders hated him because he exposed their hypocrisy. The political leaders feared him because he wouldn't be controlled. Even some of his followers abandoned him when they realized he wasn't going to overthrow Rome. Jesus reminds us in John 15:18, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first." That's human nature. One day you're a hero, the next you're a villain. One day Tesla is the progressive icon, the next it's the official car of free speech. And here's the kicker. The car never changed. People's tribal instincts did. Here's the real question. As followers of Jesus, how do we navigate a world where everything is politicized? Well, here's some thoughts for us, and hopefully tools that will help you and me. Think critically. Proverbs 18:17 says, "The first to speak seems right until someone comes forward and cross-examines." In other words, don't just accept the cultural narrative because it is popular. Step back, ask questions, seek wisdom. Number 2, seek God's wisdom, not just group approval. James 3:17 says, "The wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. If our opinions shift just because our political tribe says so, we're not being wise, we're being manipulated. Remember what actually matters. Genesis 1:28 calls us to be good stewards of creation. If an EV helps with that, great. If it doesn't, fine. But let's not act like our car makes us morally superior or inferior. That's missing the point. Because at the end of the day, our identity isn't in a brand or a political stance or a cultural moment. It is in Christ. So where does that leave me driving a Tesla? A tech-loving observer of cultural chaos. Should I sell my car because some people think it makes me look progressive? Or should I buy another one just to confuse people? Well, I will just keep driving my Tesla. And if people want to judge, I will just smile and wave. We live in a world where there will always be new heroes to praise and new villains to cancel. But Jesus, His truth doesn't change. His kingdom isn't about picking sides. He walked the narrow path, not swayed by the shifting opinions of the crowd, but focused on His mission. And that's our calling too. So whether you drive a Tesla, pickup truck, or an old minivan with a bumper sticker that says, honk if you love Jesus, don't let the world's tribalism dictate your thinking. Let wisdom guide you. Let truth shape your decisions. And most of all, let your identity be rooted in Christ, not in the latest cultural battle. Let's keep the conversation going. I would love to hear from you. Have you seen this kind of tribalism play out in other areas of Christianity or just in life in general? And so please message me. If this was helpful today, please like and share as well. Thank you so much for your time. God bless.